Welcome to the wanderings and ponderings of a wobblegob, a lover of all things stitched. Hi, I'm Anne, aka Handmade, a mum, wife, teacher and artist living and working in Yorkshire in the UK. From a young age I've been known as a wobblegob, a term my mum gave me due to my continuous chatting about nothing as a child. And yes, this has stuck with me, and now I'm sharing the things that go round in my brain, my wanderings and ponderings and all things stitched in my vlog. I hope you enjoy it.
hope you're all well. Cannot believe Wobble Gob is 30 with this episode, so exciting. So I hope you enjoyed my little intro-y bit. You might have guessed we've been to the Isle of Arran and had an absolutely lovely time. We were only there for 5 days, but we packed a lot in. Still a lot to do because we didn't do everything that we'd hoped to. And so we'll definitely be back. If you want to see more about that, I'll pop a link somewhere to our adventure YouTube channel where you've got the full video of our full week of everything we did. That was just a video Robert did of me while I didn't even realise he was doing it. We'd had this lovely walk up these waterfalls, and as we came back down, I just had a bit of clarity in my head. So my thought for Wobble Gob 30 is to travel, is to take a journey into yourself. And I definitely did that last week. Just having that time to sit and think about things and just be whole with myself, and just for things to be quiet. It was so quiet. I think we must have hit it. Their Easter holidays must be this week and next week. So the island was quite quiet wherever we went. It wasn't busy. And we did just going for walks and things. There really wasn't anybody there. And we just had this beautiful walk up this waterfall, and I ended up recording the sound of it, because we've always talked about my husband Robert is a bit of a babbling brook. He's not a wobble gob at all, and he doesn't talk a lot, but when he does talk quite a bit. I think he's the silent one of our coupledom. And just like listening to the water and thinking about that, and it sort of began to link to my project, and I just got loads of ideas, way too many ideas, and then I just ended up coming back down, and Robert went off to mess around with his drone, and I just thought, right, I'm going to get my book, go and sit in a quiet spot by the river and just jot everything down that was going on in my head. So I really enjoyed doing that. One of the things I did while we were away was I did some stitching on my long hangings that are going to be in my exhibition. So this is a long one that's been painted, and I've just been drawing my circles, my holes on it, and I've just spent a lovely time this morning, an hour and a half this morning on this one with the seed stitch. Love seed stitch. It's another really good one to do if you want to quieten down your brain. It does take, I mean, that was an hour and a half. It's about the size of my palm. But oh, I just love it. When I iron it, that blue circle will disappear, but I just love doing that. So I spent a little bit of time, probably not as much as I thought I would do, doing a little bit of stitching while I was there. I've got my other big piece, my hanging. It's hung up at the moment, so I'm not going to get that down. But that was really nice, just having the opportunity just to start thinking about stuff and stuff. Anyway, so get back home. It's not quiet time as ever. I saw on Instagram, and I couldn't remember where it was, that there was a craft and flea thing in I've forgotten where it was now. I want to say Garstang, but it's not Garstang. Oh, nuts. Anyway, it'll come back to me. It's near Skipton, anyway. Garfield, there we go. In the village hall. It's on the last Sunday of each month. There's a craft and flea, and I'd seen it on Instagram, couldn't remember where I'd seen it, and when I went in I saw Sue, who has loads of lovely vintagey bits and pieces, and she had a stall, so I ended up making a purchase from her stand, which was kind of exciting. So I thought I'd share all my bits and pieces with you as to what I got. So she has loads of different bits and pieces, lots of vintage stuff and things like that. So I've added to my darning mushroom collection, which is always very exciting. These are part of my stuff for my exhibition. Love picking up vintage perlés as we go around different places, and some vintage threads as well. And then, what's that? Oh, yeah, those are 2 letter blocks, an A and a B, little letter stamps. So they're kind of cute. And then I got a few bits of linen. Oh, here we go, there's my vintage bits. So a stitch chart for transfers, but this one, it's got like all the original drawings for different stitches, which, even though I've got this in loads of different versions, she had a massive box full of the transfers, but I just love that, just like with all the stitches on it and everything. Just love things like that. And then I just got some bits of linen, so I got a really nice little slit pillow sort of case type thing for a little small pillow. It's got rabbits on it. I didn't notice it had rabbits on it, but it has rabbits on it. I don't think it's particularly a vintage one, but it's always quite nice just to have bits and pieces of cotton. Hooks and eyes. Got a little box there. I really love the little box. I think that's well cute. These here just got the alphabet for your cross stitch. All different sorts of sizes. It's a little reference card. So that was cute. A little bit of tatting. And then she had a load of handkerchiefs and little logos. So I got an A, and then I got loads of little hankies that have all got different types of bees on them. So I think they were all bees. So yeah, so that was brilliant. Loved that. And then when we were coming back, we were at the roundabout at Skipton near the auction mart, and I noticed there was a sign there for their flea market, so we went in there as well. Bought a massive quilt. I can't put that on the screen, it's way too big. But then I got myself some of the little laundry tapes. I've been after some of these for ages. I know they're not my initials, but there's an A on there, K-A. I can pretend that's my name, but yeah, just loads of those. I've been after, and some number 4s as well. Didn't know there were number 4s in there as well. Oh, that's cool. So I've got AKs, KAs, but yeah, I've been after some of those for ages. Yeah, so that was that little stash. So that was a lovely little run out on. Oh, and there's that as well. I forgot that little thing with a little vintage tape measure in it. Kind of cute. I love these bits and pieces because I've got a vintage sewing box, so I keep buying bits and pieces. I'm sort of filling it up with lots of different bits and pieces. So yeah, I was busy telling Neve when something eventually happens to me, they need to get the stuff valued. Don't just give it away. I think most of us can say that about our stash, is don't sell it for what we've told you it cost. Be quiet. Shh. Yes, so I got loads of bits and pieces, so that was kind of fun. And then on, what day are we today? Today's actually Tuesday. I'm filming this on Tuesday, and I'll probably post it Tuesday as well, mainly because I'm in work tomorrow because we've got Easter revision school. So yesterday I had a very nice day in my shed. My daughter Neve wanted to make some trousers. She's got this thing of buying like 3 pairs of trousers and chopping them all up and making new trousers. So she was doing that, and she'd also got some gorgeous handkerchiefs, or they were napkins, not quite, I think probably more of a napkin, from Sue, and she's made them into a bag, which are really, really cute. So I thought, right, I'll carry on with some of my project, my Debbie Lydon project. So one of the things I had wanted to do on holiday was to do some painting, but I never actually got round to it, so I did it yesterday. And it's based on your sound stories. So while I was away, I did loads of drawings of sounds and things like that, so I've just made it into a concertina book. I'm hoping to do a bigger version of this. So the idea with it is I'm going to start probably drawing into this. I don't know if I'm going to stitch into it because it's quite thick. So I've gone with watercolour paper because I wanted it to be quite substantial, but I think I'll probably put words and thoughts. So it starts off really pale, and then as you travel through my sound journey, there's pages that are noisier and louder with different sounds going off, and it just gets more and more intense as you go through until the last one's quite loud. So that's sort of like the journey soundscape through my book. So some of them I'll work on, I'm not quite sure, but then I'd done it, I thought, oh, I'll make myself a little cover. So just did it like as a concertina book, and then just with card I covered it in. I'd got some fabric that had been rust dyed, and just covered that, and then I'd got an old top, and I thought the collar was kind of cute, so stitched that on as well. So just makes it a bit more tactile. I might come even and draw on this or print on it or something like that as well. So that's what I've been doing. So that's it really. I hope everybody's had a really, really good Easter and had a really nice time. I was busy thinking about my thankful thoughts. What are my 3 wellness things? So one of them was the peace and quiet on holiday. I absolutely loved that. Life can be a little bit hectic and bonkers sometimes, and been through a bit where I wasn't 100% myself, so just having that time to slow down and just take take stock, I suppose, really, and just enjoy the outside. Being in the van was fantastic. Absolutely loved being in the van. It's like a little cocoon, a little world. So the other thing then, thankful for, was the time to sort out my brain. Just to give it a break from everyday life and trying to juggle what goes on at home, in the family, at work, in my handmade world, just general, just stuff that's going on. I always find when you go on holiday, it's like a little cocoon that you go into, and it's as if the world just stops and you just go and just have a nice time. So my third one was that slower pace, slowing things down, not rushing to get out of bed in the morning, maybe having a cup of tea, looking out the window, reading a book, doing a bit of sketching or some stitching, and just driving somewhere and then sitting and having another coffee and then going for a wander. We didn't do everything that we wanted to do. Robert wanted to go up Goat Fell, but there were weather warnings during the week and people were recommended not to go up, and it wasn't until the last day actually we could see it, and it was covered in snow. So I'm quite glad he didn't go, but I know that we will definitely be going back to explore a lot more, because there was a lot of things we didn't get to do. But it's quite nice knowing that you can go back, and just that, I don't know, peace and quiet. It makes you realise how important that is in your life, just generally. So I'm going to try and do that a little bit more in my everyday life, is have little moments where it's just quiet. I'm just going to sit outside, or, I don't know, go for a bit of a wander. Don't have to be doing all the time. I think that's the thing I've learned. Whether or not that'll happen, I don't know, because for those of you that know me, I'm definitely a doer. I'm not really a sit around doing nothing. So there we are. Hope you enjoyed my little video at the start. Like I say, I'll put a link on if you want to see the full video of us in Arran. We do have a YouTube channel. I can plug it. Please subscribe if you are watching the Wobble Gobs. It's great. It just helps my channel out a little bit. And I'll be back as if we're in our 30s. The Wobble Gob's growing up. Okay, see you soon. Happy stitching, everybody.